So I want to say welcome to the webinar tonight with English Brazil. And we have a guest speaker tonight. His name is Adriano. And Adriano has been there and done it. He's already got his t-shirt, okay? He got his t-shirt for working on a cruise ship, living and working.
Oh, nice.
How are you doing, Adriano?
Oh, I'm doing well. How about you guys?
Good. Where are you at?
No, just a white t-shirt.
Yeah, but
But
where are you? Where are you?
I'm from Recife,
And you're in
Recife,
Recife now?
Pernambuco.
You're in
Yeah, in
Recife.
Recife
Wow.
now.
You're not
I'm
on
on
cruise ship.
vacation.
You know.
I'm on vacation. No, it's impossible to be online there because the internet is really, really bad.
Okay.
We don't have good connection on board.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so Adriano in the past was with English Brazil, and he was one of our organizers. And he would organize
Yeah.
some of the meetings like we have today. And so when I learned about him being on the cruise ship for a long time, and he would send me messages, oh, today I'm in India, along the coast of it. Today I'm in Alaska. It's like, dude, you're on a ship forever, man.
Yeah.
All the pandemic, basically, right? All the pandemic.
Yes. Yeah, after the pandemic, because I worked before in food companies, and 2022 I started work on board.
Okay.
In the beginning of 2022.
Okay. Very good. So tonight we're going to ask you a lot of questions about your experiences with the cruise ship, because some of the people here tonight may not be interested themselves about working with a cruise ship and doing that type of traveling, but they know of somebody, a friend, a relative, that may be interested. So this is a good way for people to learn about the possibility of living and working on a cruise ship, because we have an idea, but you can tell us lots of details. Okay, you can share the secrets.
Absolutely.
And so,
yeah, absolutely.
Leo, if you could be the moderator and help us with the questions, you do a good job of that. If you could do that, I'd appreciate it.
Okay. Hello, Adriano. Hello, Bruce, Marcelo, Eric, Gay, Renato, everybody. Okay, so Adriano, can you explain about your decision to join a cruise line and work and travel?
Yeah, first of all, it was because when you work on board, the salaries are higher than when you work ashore, like normal jobs, like you work in Brazil. But when you apply for a position, for example, you working in IT, ashore, on land, normal companies, you don't earn as much as you earn on board. The salaries are higher.
Yeah.
So many people, like my decision, I've taken this decision to provide and support my family. So the money there is better than ashore because of this, basically.
Okay. What did you do before the job on the cruise line?
Yeah, I used to work as a machine operator in 2 food companies in Brazil.
Oh, great. What was your your list of duties on the ship?
So for this position as sales associate, my duty is suggest merchandise products, normally famous brands like Chanel, Paco Rabanne, or Estée Lauder is skincare and anti-aging products and makeup as well for guests, like people who go on board. And I suggest them and I offer them my products. It's a huge job. We need to keep clean it and tight, presentable for the guests. When they come, they get interested by our products, merchandise, and they buy it. Normally, they buy it because they are good products.
Great.
Are
How was the pay?
these international products or Brazilian products?
Only international products, Bruce, because I work in international companies. For example, my company called Harding Brothers. There are more than 20 cruise ship lines, and we provide merchandise and manage the shops inside the cruise ships.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and how was the pay?
So the company provide us a debit card, and they like send the salary for this debit card, and we can use it as normal actual debit card, or you can transfer for a bank account. There is some information inside there is an app, and inside this app we fill a form with our bank account information, and the money transfer for our bank account, like convert it, exchange it to real. From we earn in dollar, American dollar, and there is an exchange for real.
What is the name of the company?
Harding Brothers Retail.
It's
from London.
From London.
London, yeah.
Do you speak a little British?
No, I don't speak water, brota. No. My English, I think, is more American because I listen to your voice a lot of years, Bruce.
Okay.
Adriano, how did you get to know about this job?
So a friend of mine encouraged me just to apply for on-board positions. Like it's easy. We have 4 companies. Later, I can pass some websites for Bruce, a list of websites, and people can apply direct to these companies.
Oh,
in Brazil, there are 4 companies. They make a link. Brazil and international companies, international cruise line companies.
That's great. What were the benefits of living and traveling on the cruise line?
Earning in dollar. So second one, you have accommodation for free and food. You can travel all over the world for free. You don't pay nothing. You get your entire salary. There's no discounts like in Brazil, right?
Wow. What about medical?
Yes, we have a medical center inside the ship, and before you apply, the agency they will orient. They give you some information about how to get a medical certification. This medical certification give you expiring 2 years. So during 2 years, you have this medical certification, and inside the ships they have a medical center. If you have any issue, any disease or something like this, they send you to outside to get a doctor appointment. And don't worry about this because they provide everything inside the ship for you.
Nice. Do they have a helicopter pad?
If it's something serious, a helicopter comes in the middle of the ocean to rescue you guys.
Wow.
Get sent to like an aircraft carrier or something.
Yes. It happened in my last cruise ship. Someone had a heart attack, and it was rescued by a helicopter.
Very nice. Very organized.
Yes, really organized and fast, really fast. Is something like you get impressed how they are so well prepared to rescue people, to attend them. If an accident or emergency happen inside the ship, for sure they will solve the situation, the issue will be solved.
Okay.
So I have a
what
question.
places
No,
did you?
go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead.
Okay. What places did you visit while working on this ship?
Yeah, during 1 year and 2 months, I visit 13 countries.
How many?
13.
13.
13. Wow.
Yes. Can I list them?
Please.
The first of all, Cyprus, Italy, Dubai, Singapore,
Wow.
Fiji, Vanuatu,
What?
French call Vanuatu.
Where's that?
Is a small island in the South Pacific next to Australia.
Oh, wow.
Yes, Australia, New Zealand, Mexico. Oh my goodness, Canada,
United States.
United States.
In Greece.
Let's see more. No, not Greece, not yet.
It's
but the
near.
future.
You've been near Greece.
Yes.
Near, yeah.
Yeah.
Greece, Turkey, Israel, because Cyprus is
Yes.
specific Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Mediterranean. Yes, these countries. I think I don't forget any.
Okay. What were some of your favorite ports of call?
My favorite port, Brisbane, in Australia, and the second one, Vancouver, Canada.
Why?
Because the structure is something that I never seen before. Like in Brazil, you don't have the same structure, the organized, clean. It's something that I get impressed, shocked, because I never experienced this in Brazil. When I had this opportunity to see something, oh my god, this existed, like no trash on the floor, like few people begging, like homeless.
Super tidy.
Yes, something that I just seen on TV.
In the movies.
In the movies, yes.
So, and what are your current plans? You have already said that you are in Recife, right?
On vacation.
Okay, so what are your plans?
My plans for my life, right?
Yes.
So I'm paying my apartment. I have an apartment, and I pay this apartment with the money I receive on board, and I support my mom. I support my mom and my family.
Oh, that's
This is
great.
my plan. But in the future, I intend to move to another country.
What?
Where do you want to go?
South Africa.
What?
South
Oh,
Africa.
man.
Because the cost of life there is cheaper than here in Brazil. The currency exchange, when you exchange it from dollar to the currency, I forget the name, is like really, really cheap. So you can live better there than here. Our currency is strong, and
they speak
they
English.
speak English. They speak English and more 11 languages.
Yes.
Yeah, they have like 2 capitals, right?
Yes.
Something like that.
3, Pretoria. There is but 2 ones. There is one South Africa. He's here in our meeting, listening to, but he doesn't want to talk. He's my boyfriend.
Where? Who?
He's online here, listen to our seminar.
I can see Jay, right?
Yes.
Okay.
When you talk about South Africa, he knows a lot.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Okay, so and do you think English was important to get this job?
Extremely important, because to save people, and our trainings called drill, they are in English. All the information you provide to our customers are in English. For example, I sell merchandise, né? I sell them in English. Sometimes I use Spanish. Hardly ever Portuguese, because our Brazilian customer, Brazil is a little bit stingy to splurge money. So I sell more for English speakers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so did you have adequate space on the ship for living?
Yes, we have a room. It's not a big room, but it's comfortable. And we, in my position, I have someone who clean my cabin. So for me, it's nice. I don't have complaints.
Did you have
Was
a
it
TV?
cozy?
What, Louis?
I couldn't hear.
Was it cozy?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, good place to live, yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
did you live in this room alone, or did you have to share with another person?
Some position like managers and officers, people who work in engineering or command the ship, they have their own cabin, one cabin for one person. But most of us, we share with another person, like two per cabin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eric, do you wanna say something?
Yeah, what kind of courses or education do you have to go through to get a job on board?
Yeah, like we have 100 kinds of jobs, from culinary to IT, from housekeeping to navigation. So engineering,
Right, but
mechanic.
yeah, but let's say, is there anything specific to the ship that you have to learn, or can you just apply with your knowledge on your field?
You apply with your knowledge in fields, and they will see if you fit in those positions.
Oh, got it.
And how
Yeah,
about age?
yeah.
Is age important?
Which one, sir? Which one?
For
Can you repeat
example,
that?
if you are middle-aged or
If you have you are in tired condition, like you have your health,
yeah,
after you provide your medical certificate, this medical certificate allows you to work. If you are not apt, you don't get the certificate.
okay, that's
Independently, 60 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old or plus. If you are health, you get the certification, you get the position. No problem.
okay. So if you have the medical certificate, né? So okay.
Yes.
And how long were you gone on voyage?
For example, normally contracts, we have contracts, and they are 6 months. And it depends on the ship, the itinerary, the route that the ship sail for different countries. For example, my last cruise, the cruise lasted 7 days. We
Was
all the travel 7 days, like during 5 months, 6 months, 7 days, visiting the same places, sailing for the same waters. Normally, they are like this, but many of them they change. For example, my previous ship, I started in Italy because it was dock. It's a kind of they were under maintenance. We spent there 15 days. After we left leaving Italy, we visited Singapore and Dubai.
Wow.
In the normal travel for this ship, the name is Carnival Luminosa. It started from Brisbane the normal travel. Brisbane is some cities in Australia. This travel, small travel, this small trip, lasts 7 days. And they divided sea days and port days. Port days, the ship dock or anchor and heavy tenders, small boats that take us to the island, to the cities. And the sea days, we just sailing. Normally, it work like this, most of the ships.
But like the ships that you're on, you go on this route between this city and this city in the world, okay?
Mhm.
Australia to South Africa, for example, okay? Just
Mhm,
for example.
mhm.
And so you do the same thing for a while, right? For like
Yes.
a month or 2 months. And then you say,
Yes.
oh, now I want to go to another ship line. I want to go to Italy. Then you go to Italy, between Italy and Lisboa, Portugal.
Mhm,
And you do that
mhm.
for a month or two. Something like this.
Yes. Yes.
But how do you go? Do you fly to the different places? Do they fly you?
Yes. Yes. My
They fly
company
you?
fly me. Yes, the
Yes.
company fly from the city the ship is in port.
That's so
It-
cool.
It's dock. I'll go there, enjoy the ship.
Wow. Sounds
Adriano,
cool.
did you feel sick when you
The more than 1
seasick?
year ago, I felt some seasickness, but
Not too bad.
after 1 month, normal. I drink a lot. I got drunk, and it's party every day if you want.
Wow. They have discos there?
Yes, there is one lounge for crew members,
Mhm.
and we have normally every month we have one specific thematic party for crew members. And for example, in my position, I have a passenger privilege, and I can celebrate with the guests. I'll go to the nightclub with them. And when you have a party for guests, I can go enjoy the party normal.
Mm.
But some crew members, they are not allowed to stay next to passengers.
Okay.
But in my case, I can do it.
Nice.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, you can.
Hello, Adriana. Do you remember
Hello,
me?
Maria.
We had
Yes, of course, I
a lot of
remember you.
questions, a lot of sessions together. It's nice to see you again,
Yes.
my friend.
Nice to see you.
Congrats for your position, your job. I can see in your face you are really, really happy. Really
Yeah.
nice. But my question is, have you faced any hard situation during this time? Do you have a funny story, something like this to tell us?
Yes, one situation, someone fell down from the ship, but it was a lucky person because this person fell down from one deck to another deck.
Mm.
And all the people got worried about the situation when someone said, "Oh, men overboard," but it wasn't happening. The person only slipped from one to another deck. It was really lucky because if you fell down on the ocean, normally you die, you pass away.
I mean, he was just taking a shortcut, probably. The
Yeah.
lower
Yes,
deck.
this person, it was really lucky.
Yeah.
But in other situation, no. In funny, funny situation is sometimes struggle with the language because there are 30 kinds of accents, different accents. Man, one guy from one thing that it was really struggling situation. It was one guy from oh Jesus, a place Vietnam, so in Asia. This guy come to me and said, Adriano, he could say this, Adriano, you have a small boat, like an example of the boat, because we sell the ship in small size, only to
Like a model.
a souvenir, a souvenir.
Yes.
And he could ask it this way, guys, the way he said Jesus, it was terrible. The
Another language,
situation was
a different language.
yes. And I call one Asian girl, she is from Thailand, and I said, can you help me to understand this guy? And she didn't understand. It was terrible. After more than 30 minutes, try to figure out what he asked for. Small sheep. Jesus. This was a funny.
But do you
May
have
I make a question? May I make a question?
Sure.
Yeah,
I
you
raise my
may.
hands and I think that's okay. And Adriano, nice to meet you. And I'm
Nice to
Renato
meet
from
you.
Santos. I'm used with the sheep because I live in a place where sheep are common. Santos, okay? It's have sheep for everywhere. And well, I have some questions for you connected to your job. How long have you been working this job?
1 year and 2 months. Two
Okay.
contracts I did.
Do you believe that's possible to having a normal life in a job like that? I would say normal life, you say go to home and
Yes.
have relatives, have friends, and things like that.
Some people they have, but it's really hard being far away from family, from children, from wife or husband, from parents. It's really hard to be far from them.
Yeah. And do you believe that this kind of job can be appropriate for a woman?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have some positions that can be occupied by a woman? I don't know what kind of position, but do you know many people or some women that work in the ship?
Woman.
Yeah.
Can you explain this
Yeah, no,
question?
what's the positions?
Girls.
What are the charge that the woman occupy in a ship?
The woman.
Yeah,
For
woman.
women. For
Women,
women.
yeah.
Many positions. They can be engineer. They can be cook. They can be like a manager, hotel manager. They can be anything. Receptionist.
Yeah.
Many things.
Okay.
Engineering.
And you believe that's possible to develop a career in a company like yours?
Yes, of
Because I
course you
think that
can.
you are raising. It seems to be you are improving your career quickly. I have this feeling. I don't know if I'm right or not.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can if you are hardworking, you can improve easily and get another positions. Yes, you can.
Okay, very well.
When you are inside the boat, you apply for different positions. For example, I work in shops. For my position, I can be a manager, a shopping manager, or assistant manager. First, assistant manager, and after this, manager, and
Okay.
be the manager of the shop.
Okay.
You can. Or another areas when you start from the bottom, né? We start like a housekeeping, and after this, you assistant housekeeping manager, and after this, manager. Like this. Everyone has opportunity to grow up.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a curiosity from my private curiosity. Have you ever been to Ilha da Madeira? You know, Ilha da
No,
Madeira.
Ilha da Madeira, no.
That's a beautiful place, and I have been there last month. I spent there just a week. Then I went to Portugal and Spain. But I believe that Ilha da Madeira, it's an amazing place and full of foreign people. It's easier to speak English than speak Portuguese there. In spite of being part of Portugal, Okay, and but it's better to speak English than speak Portuguese there. I remember when you said about the people that need to speak English to survive in your career. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's
But
an
it's really
interesting
nice.
place to go.
I hope in my next cruises I can travel more for Europe. I love
So
it. I
very
love
well.
Europe. I spent 15 days in Italy, and got fascinated, impressed by Italian culture. And I hope I come back to Europe again.
Okay, very well.
Travel.
Congratulations for your job.
Thank you so much.
So, Adriano, in case of emergency, what was your plan? For example, you had an emergency with your family.
In my family, so I have two sisters. And I support my mom. There is one neighbor. She has the key of my house, and if my mom passed away or something really like a heart attack or something like this, she can rescue my mom, my neighbor. And I keep in contact all the time with my neighbor. And my two sisters live in Brazil. They can help if it's something really, really terrible happened to my mom, an emergency case.
Okay.
Can I actually just add something there? Sorry,
Yeah,
I just wanted to continue that one. So for those of you who already know me, I also work on the ships as well. But I just wanted to put your mind at ease with that one. If something was to actually happen, you have got 2 weeks compassionate leave. So you have the ability to go home. Let's say someone passes away, they die. You have 2 weeks to go home, sort out the funeral arrangements. They will cover everything, flights, all of that. So you can be with your family and then go back onto the ship. So you don't have to worry about forgetting your family if you're away. They do care about that.
Very good.
Thank you, Jason.
Very interesting. Yeah.
And
do
Eric,
they
do you have
provide?
a question? Eric, you have the question or no?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have one more. How much time? So you travel to these different countries, right? How much time do you have on each one just for yourself, like free time on each country?
So in my some positions, they don't have a lot of free time, but basically, we are under some laws. Is this way: you work 14 hours and you rest 10 hours per day. And they divide, like you can work in the morning, have a break during the afternoon, and come back in the evening. Some people from the restaurants and bar. In my position as sales associate, when you are dock or anchor, a port today, we are free. We are free. Sometimes we can go out and come back only when there is some signs. They say, "Oh, you need to come back to the ship this time." We go in the morning, come back in the afternoon, or in the evenings, depending how long we stay dock.
Right.
But
well, thank you.
Shopping doesn't open. Shopping don't open when we are in ports or dock or in anchor. We don't open.
Oh.
Is it possible to do online learning? You said the internet's not good, but is it possible to do some type of education while you're traveling like that?
Yes. But for example, sometimes the internet is good, some moments, but another moments, depending the satellite position, it really is low.
Yeah, you
Some
need to take
people
a
make it.
Starlink with you, probably. Something like that.
Yeah. If you is that thing. If you really want something, you do it, you get it. You find a way.
I thought your uncle was Elon Musk, and you can just talk to him, man.
Yeah,
He's
the
got a lot of
Starlink,
satellites up in the space.
Yeah, I know a guy that has Starlink. I was quite impressed with it.
Starlink is a satellite system for internet or just connection?
Yeah, it's a little box and it connects to the satellite.
Mm.
It's not as expensive as I thought it would be.
Okay.
Actually, it might actually be a good idea, depending on how good the internet is on the cruise ship. It might actually be, I don't know.
A better option.
Yeah, you just stick it out your window. I don't know if you can open windows on cruise
Can
ships,
you
but
open the
it's
window
something-
and go?
Yeah, you just put it.
In
You
my-
just put like a huge like tinfoil thing out the window. You know.
In my cabin, is not allowed. We don't have. You don't have a window. Some crew members they don't have a window.
Mm.
So
But you
Yeah,
go, you
it's
go
a
on
little
deck,
bit.
you go to a table and chair.
Yeah,
But
it's
if
a
you
little
just
bit weird.
extend the antenna out your door, out the cruise ship.
it's not allowed.
Oh God.
Marcelo, you had a question?
Yeah, just a comment because it's a little bit weird because here, for example, in US, we have airplanes with high-speed internet, right? For example, last week I flew from Minneapolis to Boston using my cell phone directly, no problem. So, well, anyway, we are maybe because here is US, right? So, well, but I have two questions, not two questions. I have one question, just one curiosity. By the way, Adrian, I think you remember me, right?
Yes, I remember you.
Yeah, I re-interviewed you in my radio show a long time ago. I think 2 years ago during the pandemic.
It was really nice.
Yeah, I was living in Mexico. Now I'm here in US.
Yeah.
Well,
Good.
anyway.
Really nice.
Well, my first question is regarding the behaviors, right? So when you have a lot of people, the crew, right? In the same area, different countries, different cultures, I cannot imagine because normally the trip, how long it's the trip from, for example, from one point to another point, maybe hours or days, right?
Yeah. For example, from Brisbane to Seattle, we took it 22 days.
Yeah, 22. Can you imagine living 22 days with different person with sharing rooms, how it works, how to control your mind,
Sometimes when it's really, really tough to live, get along with someone, you can talk to HR, and if there is available rooms available, they can change you or replace someone from another room. But when you sign your contract, you allow the company to do this, to put you with a stranger in a room. And you try the best way to get along with that person. I had two different roommates, and I had no problem with them. I respected their space, and they respected mine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not much different than, say, the age of sail was basically the same thing back in the day.
Yeah.
Yes, because there we all are under the law and the rules of the company. The company, they are, if you have your beliefs, I respect your belief, you respect mine. You can be any religion you want. Religions, we respect all of them. Gender, we respect all the genders. Race, color of your skin, you respect. There is not allowed the xenophobia, racism against colors or ethnics. Homophobic, nothing. This is not allowed. If you report some action or someone play, if you go to the HR report this person, they are sent home straight home. Is not allowed drugs. Is not allowed to have sex with passengers. Along crew members, they can do whatever they want if they accept, For example, because harassment, sexual harassment is not allowed. A man or a woman flirt with someone. It's dependent flirt. Because like blink, né? Blink, do like this, invite someone to go to their cabins or wherever, home. If the AGR starts investigation, if it's proof, there is no question. This kind of this kind of behavior are not allowed in any company. If they do, they are wrong. And if someone reports anything, if someone sees something, because they have a politician say, if see something, if you see something, say. There is this kind of say something.
They're American, right, Bruce? You should see something, say something.
Yes.
So if I turn on my my Tinder, you're gonna have to call like a helicopter to go take me away or something like that. Or they just restrain me.
Yeah, this is right in my second question. Not a question, it's my curiosity, because you told us about someone had a problem, a heart attack or something like that, and the helicopter rescued this people. And but I can imagine, for example, if you cross the Atlantic Ocean from Brazil to Africa, for example, it's 2,000 miles, right? And or more. Yeah, but a helicopter, the range, it's around 400 miles.
Let's only come back again.
Okay.
If you are in a place that is not possible, the helicopter go there. The person you pass, that is like our medical center. They have everything to rescue that person. Like the first ads, they say the first ad, the first
first ad, yeah.
First ad. And if this person pass away, they stay there. And when we arrive at the first port, the police guard, everyone come to solve that situation.
So I will never take a ship to cross from Brazil to Africa. Never. It means you will die, right?
No, you will not die.
A cruise
you don't
ship is
die,
better.
no.
But a cruise ship is better than a submarine. It's better than a submarine.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Don't think like this. Don't think like this. Think positive. You'll survive.
Oh, I was going to ask Adriano, have you been on the cruise ships with Brazil, the Brazilian cruise ships along the coast?
No.
Only
not
international,
yet. Not yet. Only international, yeah.
Okay.
Does Brazil even have cruise ships? I thought we only had like schooners or something like that.
No, don't have it. We don't have a cruise line from Brazil. There is only Italian cruise lines. They come to our ports.
Yeah.
And they cross only our water, Brazilian waters, but they are Italian cruise lines.
Of all places.
Do you have a TV in your quarters?
Yes, we have a TV.
Does it have Portuguese programming, or what kind of things you watch?
No. Only normally I watch a lot BBC News. BBC News. I love BBC News. And they have movies. As I was in Australia for a long time, like more than 5 months, there is one TV news from Australia.
Just my last question is you just not a question, but I think I didn't understand well. But you told us that the shift it's 14 hours and 10 hours rest. Every day?
Not in my case. In my case. Before I become a sales associate, I had another contract, and I was galley steward, like dishwasher. And my shift, normally I do between 12 to 14 hours work, and I had 10 hours to rest, because it is under the law. They can put me to work in 40 hours. There are some people, some positions, bartender, housekeeper, So engineer, no, engineer they don't work this too much, no.
It's crazy. 14 hours
yeah.
dishing washer.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you only get
Yeah.
like 2-3 hours of free time.
No, but
'Cause
you
you gotta
see,
sleep.
14 hours, 7 hours from the morning, né, to the afternoon. I have 5 hours rest. In the afternoon, in the evening, I come back to work again. 7 hours. They divide, really organize it because you won't die. You won't die because you are working.
But it's still 14 hours.
It's still 14 hours. In my case, I work 7 to 8 hours during the C days, 7 to 8 hours because we have lunch time and dinner time. And during the night, we don't work because the shop is open from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. But we have these breaks along the day. In port days, we only start work sometimes after we start sailing away. Sailing. Yeah.
Okay.
But I suppose the
For
good
me,
part,
it's good life.
yeah, but I suppose the good part is that you don't, this is not like day in, day out for several months, unless you do take a 6-month contract or something. But as you said, most of the contracts are for a few days or maybe a month, right? So, you know, considering the pay,
you muted.
Sorry, I meant to say no. It is 6-month contracts. You don't go home after a month. You go on the ship for 6 months.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Yes, you can do longer. Like I just did it. We almost did an 8-month contract last, but it's 6 months. If you do shorter, you won't go back on the ship. That's 6 months.
Got it.
Thank you, Jacob.
Well, it's tough. Hopefully the pay compensates for the time you, because I was thinking that you could at least like maybe you could study in there or something like that. But I don't even think you have the time to study. You know?
You have time to study. You have time to study. For example, sorry, but what's your what do you do actually? Like, in which area do you?
Well, I'm gonna ingress in IT now, but I'm just an English teacher for now.
For example, if you work in IT, normally you work business days, normally, and during the evening, there is shift as well. There are people who work during the night. They work, for example, from 11 to 7 a.m. And during all day, they are doing anything. For example, IT, they work for long hours, but not this way, 12 hours, no. They work at 9, 8 hours, and they have long hours of rest. IT, because they are officers. When you are officer, normally you have a lot of privilege on board.
There's a whole like society inside of the ship, you know.
Adriano.
Yes.
Hello, guys.
Carlos
Adriano.
wants to ask a question.
Oh, thank you, friends. Adriano, I remember, I guess, an accident with a ship in Italy, with Costa ship. The Costa ship crashed the rocks. Do you think? I guess everyone remember this situation, okay?
Yes, Costa Toscana.
It's possible. It's possible to happen, or
only to let you know, cruise ships, they are the most safe transportation way in the world, more than airplanes, in the buses, wherever. We are really safe. We have a method. We have all the weekends, all the weeks, one per week, once a day. We have a drill. We have a training. How to evacuate really fast the entire ship is impressive. Impressive. You get like shocked because we are really fast. How we can save people. We are really well prepared. Don't worry.
Okay. I made some cruises, okay, in Brazil and in Europe and in China to Singapore. I like it very much. I
Yes, I
recommend.
love
It's
it.
very good.
Yes.
And
Yes.
when you go, for instance, from Brazil to Europe, there are some stops. They don't go directly from, for instance, Brisbane, Australia to the United States. The ship stopped in some island, okay? And I guess it's very good to see the sunset, to see in the morning, or for reading, or to know people playing for shopping, okay? And I want to go again because after the pandemic, okay, I guess along the pandemic, all the cruises were blocked. Okay, now start again.
It's this way. That accident that happened to Costa Toscana, all the problems that they have, we improve it in our new ships. All the ships was improved these problems to avoid that happen the same thing. Like what happened to Titanic never happen again. And what happened to Toscan never happen again. People, you'll be saved because many people, they don't have time to be rescued. It was a problem with the captain and the high position in the on board that caused that problem.
Yeah,
and
negligence. Yeah.
Negligence. But with our ships now, they is really restricted. When you talk about safety, is this the first thing? All the crew members, all the people work on board is like a brainwash. We talk 1,000 times about safety. Safety first.
Oh yes, and I remember when I went to the cruise. We did a training, passengers, all the passengers in a place that we had the instructions about safety, about the rescue. Some okay, yeah, I guess this is safe, very safe. And I worked offshore. I guess working in a ship is like working in a platform, maybe in the North Sea or Rio de Janeiro campus. Okay. But when you are in a platform, there is a risk of the gas, okay, fire. And the risk in the ships may be the fire or some diseases, flu, okay. COVID, I guess COVID now is going away.
Or just people being fed up with each other. I don't know.
about diseases, when someone gets like COVID, they are taken to a specific area, isolated one entire how can I say back, some rooms, and all of them stay there. Is interesting. I got COVID once on board, and I stayed for 1 week, isolated from everybody. All the food coming in disposable plates, and man, it's like NASA, né? NASA,
yeah.
NASA, yes. It's really interesting.
Guys, we're going to go ahead and stop for tonight. And I greatly appreciate you giving us some enlightenment, Adriano, about your trip and your friend, your boyfriend, Jay. Is it Jay or Jason?
Jason.
Jason. Thanks for joining us tonight, Jason. So really nice for you guys to share about your experiences and your travel. So many people will watch this video that could not come tonight, and they'll be, enlightened about what is possible for them or their friends or family that are interested to work on a cruise line too. So Adriana, if you could give me that information about how people can learn about this, how they can contact with the agencies that are responsible to get somebody involved in working on the ship, that would be great.
Okay, I'll send you.
So thank you guys for joining us tonight. Greatly appreciate that. and look forward to the next time. I think next Monday we're going to have another webinar. So thank you again, Adriano, Jason.
Thank you so much.
You guys have a good night. Talk to you later.
Bye bye.
Good night,
Thank
guys.
you guys. Bye.
See ya.
See.